Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, nope, I'm not wearing a Disney shirt this time either. I'm wearing a Doctor Who sweater. Today I'm going to talk to you about my interview process. I didn't record it because I knew that if I tried to record it, I would have had some kind of panic attack and be too worried about my camera and not my phone interview. So like I've said before, I applied, I got my WBI, and I scheduled my phone interview all on the second day applications dropped, and then I had my phone interview on the 28th and got accepted September 2nd. My phone interview was at like 8:30 in the morning, I think. I decided to do that because I had class at 10:30, so I'd finish by 9 and be able to eat. So I sat down at my desk. I think she called me 2 minutes before 30. Her name was Christy, not Recruiter Christy. I don't think she does phone interviews. She was so nice, so peppy. We laughed a lot. A lot of people say use sir and ma'am. I tried once, it felt really awkward, so I stopped. I just don't say that naturally. I don't know why. First thing she did, she asked how I was. I said that I was good, that I was super nervous, and she was like, that's okay, I totally get it. We went over some personal info. She asked me if I was graduating in the spring. I said, actually, I'm graduating this December. Freaked over the fact that I was graduating soon, and then kind of just continued on with like personal information. She asked me about my job experience. She didn't ask me anything about my personal company, which I included in there. She asked me about working at Spot. I think she thought I volunteered. I did say I got paid, but I told her it was nonprofit. I was working with kids. The first thing we always did was like clean everything, make sure it was safe and set up. She asked me about my retail experience and what I liked and disliked. I said I loved the people I worked with and getting to know my customers. And I disliked angry customers, but what are you going to do? Because there's just always people like that. You just try to understand what they're going through, have some empathy, and help them in whatever way you can, and then you cry later. I don't know if I said you cry later. I might have. I'm kind of weird. The other thing she asked me was if I had ever had any kind of emergency. We've never had a medical emergency. I talked about a time where we had someone who had a weapon open carried in another complex of where I used to work, and we had to like kind of go on lockdown for that, but that's really the only emergency I'd ever had. She asked me about a lot of roles. She asked me about quick service, of course, because I got that one, merchandise, children's activities, bus attendant or greeter, attractions, custodial, a lot. Most of the questions, I got like one question for each one. And it was like, would you be comfortable with heights? Yes. Would you be comfortable operating rides? Yes. For quick service, she said, do you have food experience? I said, no, but my mom's a chef, so I guess I got something out of that. And she laughed and said, I think that she'd probably want you to be good at it. And I said, yeah. And that was enough to get me that role, I guess. For the other ones, I got some scenario questions, which were, so if someone has to wait in line for a really long time for a bus, what would you talk to them about? I don't know if I loved my answer. I said that if they were younger kids, I'd try to ask them what they were excited about, stuff like that. And then I said, this is terrible. I said that if they were my age or older, I'd talk to them about current events, including the Sony Marvel debate and Spider-Man. This was right at the time that was happening, and that's what I said. She thought it was funny. I don't suggest that for every interview. One of the other questions that she asked me was if I was doing children's activities and we had an activity planned but it started raining like it does in Florida and we had to go inside, what would I do? I said that I had a lot of games up my sleeve from being a camp counselor before, and that we would play things like Werewolf and kind of just stuff like that. Probably not the best answer, because I didn't get children's activities, but also that's kind of a low roll. She asked me about water because even though I put lifeguard as no interest, which was totally okay by the way, that with children's activities and stuff like that, I might be around a pool. She also asked me a lot about custodial because that is what my friend Avery is doing, and if I would be okay around chemicals and cleaning up gross things. And I said, absolutely, I've been around kids before, I've been around me before, and that's no problem. In the end, she asked if I had any questions for her. I had a lot prepared, but we were at 30 minutes, so I really only had time for one, and she did give me a quick answer. I asked what she looked for the most in candidates that she was interviewing. She said passion. There are a lot of people that love Disney. over-the-top love Disney, which she called Rainbows and Unicorns based on her daughter, which I thought was hilarious, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna call it now. And then she said that she wants to be able to hear that you have a passion for whatever you're doing in your voice, and I guess she heard it because she pushed me through. I waited the next morning, I turned my email notifications off in case I got NLIC'd. My friend told me to look at my dashboard. I said it said in consideration, and she said, you're good, turn your email notifications back on. It means that they've pushed you through and you're not gonna get NLIC'd in the next 48 hours. I actually ended up getting accepted the next Tuesday after Labor Day. So that's kind of my interview process. It honestly wasn't that terrifying once I got started. I tried to kind of relax, eat a little bit, hang out. Couldn't really eat, that's okay. The best thing that happened during my interview, and I'll share this before I go, I'm sitting there. I think I've got my phone here. I'm in my chair at my desk, and my cat, Cowboy, comes up next to me, and I'm like, okay, there's my cat. And then he reaches up and slaps me as hard as he can on my arm. I don't know how I kept myself under control, but it put a bit of laughter into my voice, so it probably ended up helping me. Thanks, Cowboy. That's the last of the videos that I really had planned for you guys. I might have a couple more if they pop up. I do want to keep posting videos, so you might see some non-Disney things if we decide to do stuff around school before I leave, because I don't know if these are actually going to push me through to my road trip over to Florida. If you have ideas, if you want to see me do something else, if you want to see me talk about something else, talk about where I want to live or my roommate or anything like that, let me know in the comments. I will try and make something fun. I am not going to Disney over winter break or anything. I'm going to wait. Maybe I'll do a haul if I get something nice for Christmas that's Disney themed. We'll have to see. But I will see you guys next time with some more Disney videos. Bye!